Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
There's performance going on and you're talking to the point where an usher comes over and says, hey, you need to chill, take a chill pill.
I was upset, and I think because I got upset was how this whole altercation started.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Phillip Pham claims his ex pushed him into the aisle during a theater production of Macbeth and says he was injured by the sword fighting scene taking place there.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Mr. Pham is suing Kelsey Chen in the amount of $1,825.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Sir, get up at his office. Talk to me, Mr. Pham. What's cooking here?
Your Honor, just like you said, my name is Phillip Pham, and I'm suing my ex-girlfriend for personal injury and lost wages.
Yes, you are, for $1,825, right?
That's correct.
How did it come down to this?
Really long story, Judge. We've been together.
Well, give me the to-go blade, okay? I just want a small little sample size, all
Sure.
right?
I'm suing her because she pushed me during a theater play, and I fell over.
She pushed you,
I did not, Your Honor.
and you did not push him.
I did not push him.
What did you do to him?
I simply put a barrier between us, and he got up in a fury and got into the midst of things, and then to take revenge on me, he decides to give me his medical debt.
It wasn't in a fury. I was getting up so that I could give her the walkway because I thought she was going to leave the theater play. And she actually says, get out of my face, pushes me in the eye, and I fall down. And I catch myself with my elbow.
I touched your
All
shoulders.
right, let me make sure I'm understanding, because what we have is the two of you were at the same place at the same time, seated next to each other.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes? There's no dispute there.
Correct.
How did we end up with the two of you at the same place at the same time when this incident happened?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Your Honor, is that he stood up in a fury and walked four seats over.
I'm asking you, how did you all even get in that situation?
I bought her theater tickets for her birthday.
There we go. So we have theater tickets to some sort of production.
Correct. It was,
Macbeth.
yes, Shakespeare's Macbeth. She's always cutting me off, sir.
Oh, okay.
Well, you must have liked that about her, because unless all of a sudden she changed after a period of time. How long were you together?
We're together for 2.5 years.
All right, so you're used to being cut off.
Yes.
I'm just saying, if that's something that she does, she was doing that. She didn't just start doing that recently.
No.
And there was a certain part of you that was enamored by her, including being cut off.
Correct. It was playful in the beginning, but I felt like it turned towards...
It was fun until it wasn't fun anymore.
Exactly.
Do you typically cut them off? Is that something you do?
I don't believe so, but in this case, when
So
he's
why would he
saying
not be
something-
honest about whether or not you cut him off? Because that has nothing to do with the case. He's just saying
I think
this
he's
is
bitter. He's bitter that I broke up with him.
Do you cut him off?
Only sometimes, Your
So
Honor.
then that's yes. Yes, I cut him off.
Okay.
Now, is that just because your personality is a little bit more stronger than his, or?
I think so. I think I have been the leader of this relationship, and I have gotten a little bit tired
See,
of it.
the term...
No, I'm talking to her right now, Mr. Pham. You were the leader from day one,
I was.
as most women are. Mm-hmm. And some women are okay with relinquishing that, and others aren't. You liked being the leader, and he let you lead, so you were like, okay, I'm gonna keep on this journey with him for at least 2 years, yes?
Right, and it really
Because you
was.
liked something about him. What did you like?
Well, I liked that we were kind of opposites. He likes to
Exactly.
be laid back, go watch the sports, eat his chicken wings, and just enjoy the moment.
So he likes his chicken wangs, huh?
Yes, Your Honor, he does love those chicken wings. And, I did enjoy his presence to an extent.
Well, not to an extent. You enjoyed his presence a lot if it was 2 years. If it was 2 months, maybe. Get your hand off your hips.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, Your Honor. In retrospect, I did enjoy the relationship.
Yes,
but
you did.
there were strains when he lost his job. I tried to be supportive, and I think he...
All right, so now we're going into a whole different area, because what I'm hearing is you did not like being cut off, but initially you found it as something that endeared you to her. You liked him being laid back, but then when it came time for him to be a little bit more of a go-getter in the workplace, you found yourself feeling frustrated, right? So everybody's bringing some baggage to this relationship. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right. Did you all break up and get back together, or was it 2 years of straight being in a relationship?
It was 2 years of straight being in a relationship.
Right. At some point, who decided, I'm done?
That was me, Your Honor.
And when did you make that decision?
It was after this incident.
Coming up on America's Court.
She started grilling me. The tensions were already high. And she just kept nagging me and bickering and belittling me and saying how I hadn't found a job yet, like you should be bringing in money.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Phillip Pham, who is suing Kelsey Chen for personal injury and lost wages.
Before this incident, you were already thinking about that. Because you already said that you were a little annoyed because of something over a job. You lost your job, sir?
Correct.
How long had you been working at the job?
6 years.
And what type of work were you doing?
It was IT.
Did the two of you live together?
No, but she was over at my place quite frequently.
All right. And did you have roommates? Did you live at home? Or you live alone? What?
I live alone.
Okay, but you liked spending time over at his place.
I did.
All right. When he lost his job in IT, what did that mean for you?
Well, I was initially very supportive, and I still had been in the past.
For how long? How long was he out of work?
For the duration, it has been about half a year that he's been unemployed.
6 months is a long time. Is that
is.
correct, that you were out of work for 6 months?
Correct.
Any particular reason why?
We had layoffs. It wasn't because of my performance. It wasn't. Do you hear that sighing? It's literally because
I'm taking it all in.
So I was very good at my job, and I had been doing it for 6 years. But my company laid us all off.
Okay.
Just because of
There's
money
a lot
reasons.
of layoffs in IT and tech of late, so that's not surprising.
He was the only one I was aware of that got laid off, Your Honor.
Because you didn't know everybody.
Correct.
Well,
All right. And so go ahead.
Yeah, so I got laid off, and tensions were high. I was upset. There was some friction between us, and so for her birthday, I thought it would be nice to get her theater tickets. She had been talking about this local theater for quite some time.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan, nor do I understand Shakespeare, but I thought it'd be
a Shakespeare kind of guy.
No, not really.
I thought that was very sweet that he went out of his way, but immediately he ruined it and
Well,
would
wait
just...
a minute. When he went and bought these tickets, who paid for them?
I paid for them.
But now he's asking for a refund.
Is that what the money is for?
Part of it.
For the tickets?
Correct.
What's the other part?
The other part were medical bills, and so during this hiatus of work, my cousin Mark, he owns a landscaping company, and so I worked part-time for him.
Okay, so you were bringing in some dollars, but just not in your
Just
area
not
of
nearly as much.
expertise.
Yes.
Got
Not
it.
that many dollars. That was a very recent development
Well,
with
then
his
that's
cousin.
even more reason to say, wow, you know what? I know money is tight, so for you getting these tickets, that tells me a lot about how you feel about me.
Oh, and I
Especially
thought it was a
something that he
sweet
didn't want to go to.
Yes, Your Honor. It was a very sweet gesture, but the way that he conducted himself during that was
Let's talk about that. So now we're at the Shakespearian Macbeth production. The two of you were there. Had the evening been good up until this particular event, or was there some tension and strain?
It started off good. On top of the theater.
Because here's what happened. She immediately went no, and you were like, it started off good. And I'm like, okay, that's the issue right there. We can't even agree on how it was before this incident.
At dinner, I asked him about one of his job interviews that we hadn't talked about. It was very sweet. Hey, how'd your interview go? Immediately,
That's
he's
incorrect.
fuming. Oh, okay.
She started grilling me. The tensions were already high. And she just kept nagging me and bickering and belittling me and saying how I hadn't found a job yet, like you should be bringing in money. And it was a nice night out. It was for her birthday.
So 1, take your hands off your hips. 2, you were bickering, and you were sort of being on his case. I know that because as I'm listening to the two of you, I know what he's saying about you that you've already affirmed, and I know what you're saying about him that he already affirmed. And that's consistent with your personality. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because if you've been with him for a couple of years, or are you saying this as a potential future mate? But for the fact that maybe the job situation wasn't as strong as you like it, and that made you feeling unsafe or not secure. Is that fair?
It is fair.
All right,
Your
so
Honor.
let's just own up to him. You were probably egging him on a little bit, and he was probably annoyed with you for saying, do we have to talk about this tonight? Can't we just enjoy the event? Is that pretty accurate?
Spot on.
That makes sense.
But he didn't want to enjoy the event. He made it his mission to make it insufferable.
He never wanted to enjoy the event.
But it was my birthday, and I told him we didn't have to go to the
Stop right
event.
there. He was there not because he wanted to be there, but because he wanted you to enjoy your birthday.
But I didn't enjoy it because every 10 minutes he would be asking, oh, what are they saying? Sounds like Japanese. It sounds like I say old language.
I've never heard Shakespeare sound like Japanese.
That's what
Yeah, so
he
that
said.
was partly our shtick. Like whenever we watch something together, we would kind of grill it. We'd kind of have bits over it, and
Okay.
you know.
There is no witty banter
Did you think
surrounding
it was
Asian
funny
languages.
when he was saying this sounds like Japanese?
He sounded like he was complaining. He was, oh, I don't
But you've heard him
understand
say
this.
that before. He said, because that's your thing.
It is not.
It's
It was-
not a thing.
No.
And you were annoyed that he was saying
Wow.
that as the production was going on.
He insists it's our thing. He's tried to make it our thing, definitely.
It's
but
not a thing,
It's
as they
not
said in Mean
endearing to
Girls.
me. I've
Stop
told
trying
him.
to make this a thing.
Thank you.
I really do hate arguing with her, but that's part of the reason why I really liked her, because we would have the bit. We would go on, and whatever it was, we would continue it. And she was very outspoken, right? That was part of the reason. But her outspokenness came off really hard at this dinner.
You are doing this while the play is going on.
Yes.
That would be the equivalent of someone talking during a movie. And it's like, would you shut up? Can you just enjoy and watch this thing and just chill and relax?
And the usher came up to us and told us to shut up, and I shut up. He did not shut up.
Did the usher come up and say you all are a little too loud?
Correct.
Okay, so then you were talking way too much.
I never said I was right in this, Judge. I'd never been in a theater play. I didn't know the etiquette, and it was just our thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I think
when
you
you
know
go
how to
somewhere
conduct
and you're
yourself.
watching a production, if there's a performance going on and you're talking to the point where an usher comes over and says, hey, you need to chill, take a chill pill.
I was upset, and I think because I got upset was how this whole altercation started.
Coming up on America's Court.
And what I'm hearing is we've gone from I didn't touch him to maybe I put my hands on him. I'm just saying.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Phillip Pham, who is suing Kelsey Chen for personal injury and lost wages.
After the usher says, please quiet it down during the performance, what happens?
Well, he got even louder, Your Honor, and he went into my ear, and I told him, please stop. I just put my arms maybe on his shoulders, a little nudge, nowhere near launching him 4 seats into the aisle where the sword fight was happening, and he got the injury. He backed up and walked away. He was like, I'm done, and there was a warning, Your Honor, right here.
Let me see. Mm-hmm. I find it interesting, Ms. Chen, that initially you said I didn't touch him.
I did not.
When you first started talking, you
domestically abuse
said
him.
to the court, I didn't touch him, I just raised my hands up. Just now you said, oh, maybe I put my hands a little on him.
I was in the heat of the moment, Your Honor.
All I'm saying is, I'm listening to you. And what I'm hearing is, we've gone from I didn't touch him to maybe I put my hands on him. I'm just saying.
Well, since he's insisting that
You don't
I
have to
pushed
respond.
him
I don't have a
across the
question
face of
for
the
you
earth,
right now.
I want to give him that.
And I'm talking and you're talking, and that's a problem because you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
The second half of tonight's production contains a sword duel during which the actors will come into the aisle. For your safety and that of our actors, please remain seated. Thank you and enjoy the show. Did you see this beforehand?
Yes.
All right.
Coming up on America's Court.
She broke up with you
Yes.
after this incident happened?
Yes.
A few days after, Your Honor, I wanted to give him some time to recover, but I could tell by his actions before he got injured that this was not going to work anymore.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Phillip Pham, who is suing Kelsey Chen for personal injury and lost wages.
When you get up, what happens?
When I get up, I go to make space for her. So I turn my back to the audience to let her through, and she literally says, get out of my face, puts her hand in my face, and that's when I fall back. And this is when we just talked about the duel. This is exactly when the duel had happened, and
So
I
you're
tripped
saying
over the actors.
You're saying you got up,
You
and
tripped
then
over
after
the
that,
I'm talking right now. You trip over the actors, and then what?
They had hit me with one of their swords in the back of my head. So I ended up getting an MRI for it. It cost me 500.
Let me take a look at what his.
And it would have
medical
cost you
expenses are.
more if I hadn't driven
else?
you.
Ma'am, there's no question pending.
Whatever you want to give them,
I will also give me asking for the medical bill.
give it to me all.
He doesn't like it a la carte. He likes it, you know, give
I
him the whole buffet
grab it.
right there in front of you.
I will 211 you for this.
All right, what do we have here? These are the expenses: emergency visit, head contusion, elbow sprain, and this is also the cost of the tickets. And why are you asking her?
I just felt that it was fair because she's working and
It's fair that she pay for 2 tickets that you gave her as a gift on her birthday. If that's what you're telling me,
well, we're no longer together.
that's not happening. We already know $100 you're not getting. Now,
Thank
we've
you.
got this issue. Don't thank me yet. Medical bill came back today. They want me to pay this amount. Going to the hospital is very expensive. Yes, so when are you going to pay me? And she says, excuse me? Excuse me? Well, I wouldn't have gotten hurt if you didn't shove me. You should pay me the $11.25. I know you're upset about the breakup, and I'm sorry you got hurt, but you can't use this as an excuse to get back at me. So it's going to be like that. Were you upset over the breakup?
Of course I was. I was upset over the breakup, but that's
And
not
she
the-
broke up with you
Yes.
after this incident happened?
Yes.
A few days after, Your Honor. I wanted to give him some time to recover, but I could tell by his actions before he got injured that this was not going to work anymore.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
So you want the $600 in addition to the cost of the medical expenses?
Yes.
Got it. Anything you want to add?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Maybe the fact that I did.
You changed your mind, huh?
Maybe the fact that I
That was quick.
did drive him over to the ambulance so that he wouldn't need to pay for transportation. And even with all that, he needs my money still.
This is what I have to deal with, sir.
You were good. That it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel is going to come down in favor of the plaintiff. For the cost of the expenses associated with being pushed into the aisle, I don't think it was your intent. It just was in that moment. He was working your nerves and you had had enough and you had already decided, you know what, I don't think this is going to work. And you reacted. And the behavior that I'm seeing here in court is consistent with that. So judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,125. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,125.
All I have to say is, I'm glad I could help you this time, but you got to get yourself on your own 2 feet.
I was grateful for our relationship. I'm also glad I won this case. I think justice was served today.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.